I'm not going to yell and scream like, oh man, like what the hell? Like how can you do that?
But what if it becomes chronic, 2, 3, 4, 5?
So if it's chronic, then hey, this is not a mutual good relationship, and one of us needs to go.
Yeah.
And I think that's mainly it, man. Like I really,
So the first ones are free. First one's free.
Yeah, first one's free.
Get a jail-free card.
Lucky Boys Podcast.
If you don't adapt, you're gonna get left behind. And I think as an entrepreneur and like a restaurateur, you have to see what the people want. I was, throughout the whole podcast, I'm telling you like, yo, man, I don't think this will work. It's too expensive. But I'm listening, and my team is telling me, yo, we should go this direction. I'm like, yo, let's try. If it doesn't work, all good. But if it works, wow. Another avenue for making money, staying relevant. Even like, we're just doing things that will get people excited. You know why? Because there's just so much noise out there. You almost need to do something new to like get yourself at the top again. Because, we talked about this earlier. How many restaurants are there in New York? So many, thousands and thousands. And how do you set yourself apart if you're not constantly innovating, creating something new, mix matching these like different like cuisines together? That's the only way to really survive when there's so much noise.
A common theme that throughout this podcast is that you listen to your team. Now, a lot of people in a position of power would feel like they don't want to share their power totally. So when someone else in their team has an idea, they want to quickly dismiss it because they feel like, if I listen to you and go with your idea and it works, it in a way usurps me and takes away my power or my appearance of it. And I know a lot of people play that power game. I see it all the time in the corporate world.
Mm-hmm.
How did you have that awareness to go, you know what? It's not about that. It's about something else much larger than, I'm going to share my power. I want to hear your ideas. And you know what? If it's good, I'm going to implement it. Was it a role model that you saw that worked, or did you see someone do it in that sense where it didn't work, where there was a fantastic idea and they passed up on you and you're going, whoa, I'm not going to be that guy?
It's actually, the answer is very simple. It's to have no ego. I don't have an ego. Like I am.
But was there someone you looked up to that didn't have an ego that gave you, somehow you had to learn that somewhere? That's a skill. It's not like breathing, where you just you're born breathing, or it's something that you learn. Right?
Yeah. It would definitely be just empowering people. My ability to find these people, because that's the key to a successful business, is to building a great team. And I think for me, my vetting process of finding the right team members is where it starts. It's like finding the key people, and then how do you keep them? How do you make them happy? And I think I've kind of figured that out.
Asking the right questions.
Yeah, asking the right questions, and empowering the people, and almost being okay with the mistakes. Let me rephrase that. Actually being okay when mistakes are made. You know what? We've made tons of mistakes. We ordered the wrong stuff. A million things. But like, I'm not going to yell and scream like, oh man, like what the hell? Like how can you do that?
But what if it becomes chronic, 2, 3, 4, 5?
So if it's chronic, then hey, this is not a mutual good relationship, and one of us needs to go.
Yeah.
And I think that's mainly it, man. Like I really,
So the first ones are free. First one's free.
Yeah, first one's free.
Get a jail-free card.
Yeah, and I think it's just also another big thing is like not micromanaging. Like I don't micromanage at all. I am just very soft touch, but like, hey, if I mean something, like make sure it's done.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, I don't want to be in that
Don't take me
conversation.
lightly.
I don't
Yeah.
want to be in that conversation where like we're in here in this office. Like,
Yeah.
hey man, like
What the fuck?
Like,
Yeah,
like
what-
don't take kindness for weakness type of
Yeah.
attitude towards running your
right.
business.
But I think I'm very giving in most senses. Like 98% of the time, I'm like, yes.
And that's tough in the restaurant business, by the
yeah,
way.
yeah.
And most of the I guess the environment in restaurants, from what I hear, because I used to work with a lot of people that either worked in restaurants or owned it, it was extremely toxic.
Yeah, it's most of them are because it's basically a very low margin business. You know, it's you're not making much money opening a restaurant. Like it takes a lot to really like make it.
Mm-hmm.
Make it.
Now, what do you look for when you're interviewing someone?